Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mercy. We're going to be doing yoga for hamstrings today. A strap or belt is recommended. Let's start in a comfortable seated posture. Eyes can softly close here. We'll take a few cleansing breaths, filling up the body with every inhalation and letting the breath go out of the mouth. One more time, just like that. And as you exhale, softly open the eyes. All right, let's start on our back. So we'll start by having those knees pointing towards the ceiling. We'll hug the right knee in towards the chest, making some circles with that knee, opening up the hip here, just feeling into the body. And then gently extending the left leg long, right leg towards the ceiling, making some circles now with that right ankle. When you feel ready, we'll unravel our strap, or even using a belt or a leash here, dog leash, we can place that strap just below the ball of the right foot. Peeling the heel up towards the ceiling, grabbing the strap with both hands as close to the foot as we can to allow those shoulders to slide down the back. Just feeling into the backs of the legs, the hamstrings especially, letting that right hip settle towards the earth, using the weight of the arms here to softly release any tension and guiding the breath into any areas that feel tense. Maybe even starting to crawl those hands up a little bit farther, really pressing the heel towards the ceiling. We'll gently start to release the strap, grab a hold of the hamstring, lift the torso and the head towards the knee and shin. Keeping those toes curled back towards the shin, and now gently releasing the back of the body towards the earth and the head whenever you feel ready, extending the right leg long. We'll do the same with the opposite side now, so bending into the knees, hugging now the left knee towards the chest, making some circles with that left knee, opening up the hip, and coming back to center. We'll bring that heel towards the ceiling, placing the strap now below the ball of the left foot. Right leg will be extended long, and left heel will be reaching towards the ceiling. We want to start to activate that left leg, both the left and the right here. Those toes are going to be curled towards the body. And we want to start to feel the weight of the arms here, releasing that left hip now towards the earth. Trying our best to straighten into that left leg, and it's okay if that knee's a little bit bent here. Just as long as you're feeling a stretch here and the shoulders are relaxed. And the breath, of course, is full. We'll take one more breath, slowly releasing the strap. And now grabbing a hold of the back of the left hamstring or calf and gently guiding the torso and the forehead towards the knee. We'll extend the left leg long, taking our time to bend back into the knees. Grab a hold of the back of the hamstring, start to rock up and down a few times on the spine. We're going to meet all the way back up, making sure that we remove the strap and the belt off of our mats. We'll meet in a tabletop position. The wrists are going to be underneath shoulders, knees directly underneath hips. As you inhale, lift the tail, broaden out the collarbones, lift the chin and the head. As you exhale, tuck the tail round the spine, head in towards the body. We're moving through cat and cow here, just kind of evening out the spine. I feel like our yoga practice isn't complete without a little bit of a cat and cow pose. We'll come back into tabletop and then step that right foot forward. Hands can come onto that right knee. We'll let the hips settle and sink. As you exhale, start to shift the hips back as you bring the toes towards the body. We'll start with that heart and crown of the head lifted. The spine is nice and long here. We want to kind of start to press through that right heel. The toes are going to pull back towards the shin, and making sure that there's even pressure in that little toe all the way to the big toe. We'll come all the way back up into that tabletop position, stepping the left foot forward this time. Hands can come onto that top knee, let the hips settle in sync. Maybe even tucking the tail, just feeling a stretch here in that right hip flexor. And then start to plant the hands down, shift the hips back, toes curl back towards the body. This is half splits. So the heart will start to reach forward, same with the crown of the head, and just feeling this stretch here in the backs of the hamstrings. And gently crawl the hands forward, bend to the knee, step that left knee back. And taking our time here, just feeling some opening in our body, and we'll meet on our seats. Left heel is going to be inside that inner right leg. Right leg is long. Same activation here in that right leg. Toes curl back towards the shin. We're rooting and reaching out through the right heel. Hands can come on either side of that leg. We'll turn the heart towards the outer edge of the foot, gently crawling the fingertips and folding over the right leg. You can always come a little bit more upright if that feels better for your body, or round and release. Just noticing where you feel the stretch the most. And of course, moving on to our left side, same exact thing. That left leg is active. Right foot is in the inner left leg. Going to any degree where you feel a good stretch and not overdoing here, letting that breath be full. We'll take our time unwinding, coming back to center, maybe shaking out the legs. This time hands are going to be on both sides of the legs. We'll lead with the heart as we start to fold and round over, softening the heart space, letting the head release. Gently rolling all the way back up. You might find in this pose it feels a little bit better to be a little bit more upright with the spine lengthening instead of rounding. So just notice you can start by folding, seeing how that feels, and then maybe even coming up a little bit to notice that stretch. And knees can always be bent in this pose. Just really noticing how it feels in your body and what works for you. We'll come all the way back out, crawling the fingertips towards the hips. Soles of the feet together, the knees are out wide. Hands will rest on those ankles. We'll inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, slowly start to round and fold over the legs. You may have noticed we went through these postures pretty quickly, so if at any point you need to pause this video and go back to some of the poses, you absolutely can. We'll come out of this pose, come to a seated posture. Eyes will remain closed. Taking a full breath in through the nose, opening the mouth, letting the breath go, and softly opening the eyes. It's been an honor. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.